Welcome to the Pod Shed. We got Ryan and Dan here from FLATED, and let's see, the first time FLATED was on was with our good friend Ken, and we had him shout on an airplane, I was on Shark Tank. What was that like for you guys when you heard it and you're like, oh my God, did he actually do that?
We weren't very surprised. That sounds exactly like Ken.
Oh, man.
And I could be part of that story because I had just dropped him off at the Missoula airport, and yeah.
You fed him some beers beforehand?
Well, I'm just happy. He's like, hey guys, I've been drinking and I'm about to take off from a flight. And it's like, perfect. There's no better time to do a podcast. Well, I want to dive in because there's a lot that's happened since then. I've seen you guys at a bunch of trade shows. You've got a bunch of licensing deals out there, a bunch of new products. We just saw each other at SEMA, and you were in town and said, hey, can we do some pod? And I was like, yeah. So let's start by firing up your new jingle.
All right, let's hear it.
Dan and Ryan from FLATED, inventors of the inflatable truck topper, are in the pod shed for an awesome and riveting convo about business life and an old sheep who will remain unnamed. We might even call Ken, who is either hunting or drinking because he's so crazy.
That was Sean's idea.
So crazy. That's crazy, Ken.
So not everybody gets their own bespoke jingle, but I figured you guys made the effort to come out here. And you brought me a care package, so... all right.
What's in that?
I don't know. Let's find out.
All right, let's unveil it.
Oh, okay. Well, a Dr. Pepper tall can, and I'm super thirsty right now, so...
Tall boy.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's so good. Oh, thank you. A second one, which I'll hide from my daughter, because she's been in my Dr. Pepper stash lately. And then meat. All right, what kind of meat we got? Deer sausage with jalapeno and cheese. You guys have like a guy who puts it all together for you?
Yeah, that's from a deer my daughter shot last season.
Okay.
We haven't quite shot our deer yet this year. We were out hunting this past weekend.
That looks so good. It's like summer sausage style. And there's a lot of jalapenos and cheese, which are like my two favorite things together.
That's going to be good.
All right, I'm stoked on that. And pepper jerky. So is this venison or is this...
That is venison as well.
Awesome. Dude, I am going to literally... You guys are going to leave and I'm just going to be in here by myself. I'm going to make all the curtains, close, and then I'm just going to eat venison, meat, and drink Dr. Pepper. 3 tall boys. There's another one in here. Well, I guess I should offer that to you guys, but you already got it in the beer stash, so I'm just going to keep those over here. Now, if you get thirsty... let me know and I'll hand one to you, but I'm just going to hoard them for now.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've had a Dr. Pepper since I was in high school.
You don't know what you were missing, my friend.
They are good.
So what do you think of the Pod Shed?
Dude, this place is
Love
sick.
it.
I would hang out here all day long, probably.
Not bad, right?
Making jingles and talking to cool people.
It's pretty fun.
How long has this been here?
I built it 3 years ago now. So basically after I got booted from the Motor Trend gig and I took over the podcast, I'm like, well, I need a place to do it. And Lightning and I at the time were like, well, let's find an extra bedroom. We're doing somebody's garage. I'm like, I don't want to have to set up the studio every time. And there's a tree here that my wife hated. And her husband, excuse me, I'm her husband, her boss's husband.
That was going to turn into a big
be really
story.
weird. Yeah. He put a tough shed in his backyard and did video editing out of it because he did like freelance work for Hollywood TV shows and stuff. And she had mentioned something like that. And I'm like, hey, you know how Bart has that thing in there? I'm like, what if I built a pod shed and I got rid of that tree you don't like? And she was like, yeah, okay. I was like, really? So went to Tough Shed and spec'd out a 10 by 12. And that's the biggest footprint you can have without a permit. And pitched the roof so I could have a tall roof, but it's pitched a certain way so it doesn't go over the maximum height. And made my neighbors next door so mad that they moved, which was awesome. I'm like, why do you care? Anyway, they're gone. They're horrible people. And so, yeah, and had some friends come and we did electricity and I got a mini split, got my TV out here and hang out here with friends or by myself, which I'm perfectly happy doing also.
It's really well built out. I like the mood lighting, like the little Hot Wheels indents with lighting.
All the Hot Wheels, and actually I have some new ones from AMSOIL they just sent me. Those are all from listeners or they're our friends who have had Hot Wheels done after one of their trucks or something like that. And then we've got all of like just different brands that have been in here who send us a sticker. So if you guys leave me a sticker, I'll add you to the sticker wall over here. And then, the American flag there was from one of our listeners, Clint. And the stuff on that shelf right there is all just weird gifts and fun stuff that we've gotten over the years, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So this is where the magic happens.
Are we allowed to talk about the vehicle in your driveway?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that did not have a topper on it.
Yes. We have a problem with that, and it's being solved right now.
All right,
Hannah,
awesome.
Our awesome customer service manager, she's already sending it out, so it'll be here tomorrow.
So JPP and Mopar sent me that truck, and they said, hey, we're going to send you a Gladiator. Would you talk about it on the podcast and do some upgrades and stuff? We'll send you some Mopar parts. I've got a bunch of parts that are going to go on it. And you guys just became affiliates with them. So you're in the affiliate catalog, which means when you go to the dealer, you could buy a flated topper as part of your purchase price and wrap it into the price of your vehicle, which works out perfect because those are types of products that we're putting on that thing. So just spread the love around.
Yeah, we're super excited to announce that we're officially a part of that program.
That's so cool.
I mean, it took there's a lot of red tape to get into there.
Yeah.
We met those guys last year at SEMA and took exactly about a year to go live with them. But we spent 4 days in Orlando last month at the Mopar dealer conference and learned a lot, met a lot of cool people, and
Broke some ribs.
Yeah, Dan broke some ribs.
So how did you break some ribs?
Well, whenever you're
50-year-olds should not be on one wheel.
Whenever you're an older gentleman like myself, you should not ride the one wheel. Giant,
the little hoverboard thingies.
Yeah, and you lean forward and go fast, and whenever you
did you lean to 11 or something? What'd you do?
I was sending it, and it caught, and I went flying and landed on my elbow and snapped 4 ribs. And Ken was nice enough to take me to get X-rays, and the four broken ribs.
If anybody works for Disney, we're still trying to find the footage from the hotel.
If Disney's listening, do not find that footage, please.
So you guys brought a Colorado out there. It has a bunch of your new products on it. It has the newest version of the topper, and then also you've got your air cargo.
Air carrier.
Air carrier.
Yeah.
So it's an inflatable cargo box basically for your roof rack, and you guys proved that it's durable.
Very durable. I tested it last night. We pulled into the hotel. We're staying here in Huntington, and I completely forgot about the height limits, and I heard just
what's that?
And I was like, oh, that's my air carrier up there.
It's
backed
got
out.
Parking garage blue paint on it now.
Yeah. It does look a little bit more discolored than I remember them at SEMA when I saw them, but there's no holes in it or anything. It's like got some paint transfer and it's fine.
Yeah,
otherwise,
that was our Huntington Beach overlanding.
Yeah.
I tested it thoroughly, and
it sounds like
it survived. So
yeah, obviously super durable product. You guys got a media award at SEMA for the carrier, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that was one of your new products this year, and I mean, you guys have been super busy, but we should probably call Ken and see what he's up to, because I know we're going to get into conversation, forget about him.
Really quick. I don't know if you remember this, but it was exactly 4 years ago at SEMA, and we had sort of snuck a product into the overlanding area in Rory's booth. Mm-hmm. And I think it was the last day of the show, and you're walking by, and Rory's like, okay, you got to meet this guy. You got to meet this guy. And we were so new at that show. We didn't know anybody. We didn't know what we were doing. And I walk up and shake your hand. I'm like, yeah. And you're like, you were so over it. You're like, I got to go, but yeah, we'll talk later. And then it's fun 3 years from now, or 4 years later.
And here we are.
Here, yeah.
And I remember Rory was all about it. And I was like, it's the end of SEMA. It's crazy, right? And I'm like, an inflatable topper? I don't get it right now. And then after I talked to you guys, after I got to know you, I'm like, oh yeah, duh. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because it's secure. It's not going to fly out. It doesn't hurt your payload. You can still carry tons of stuff in there. And guess what? You can deflate it, roll it up, and throw it in the garage when you don't need it. And then you can have full use of your truck. And it attaches really easily. And then if you think about durability, they're built like paddle boards and whitewater rafts, basically, where it's that really thick, kind of like rubberized material. But you guys went the extra step, and you've got all of the little connections inside it that add structure and strength. And,
yeah, the drop stitch technology
which is amazing.
Yeah.
So when I realized after the first time I started, I saw you guys on Shark Tank, and it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But when I kind of got to know you and the product and really kind of dove into how much technology is in the product, And then I've watched you guys, iterate, whether it's for full-size trucks, mid-size trucks, furniture. Your whole booth had like an inflatable floor one year, and you're just like, this is the most comfortable booth here. Everybody was there just because they wanted to stand on your cushy floor. And then at OVR at LA Auto Show, we had your furniture, the table, and everybody's like, oh, that's cool. And then they sit in, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been pretty fun to watch all of the different versions of the product and how you guys can solve new problems kind of with your technology and what FLATED is. But hold that thought. Let's call Ken. We'll bring him into the bat line here and see what he's up to, because we definitely miss him. Do you think he'll yell, I was on Shark Tank on the phone again?
Yeah, I think he has no problem whatsoever to do that.
All right, let's see. Ken, and we will bring him in. All right, here we go.
Ken is crazy.
Let's see if he calls or if he answers.
Just kidding, Ken.
Yeah, right.
Hello?
He waited till the last ring. Leave us hanging.
Hello?
Is this Ken?
This is.
Are you drinking or hunting right now?
I was hunting. I'd imagine you're with the boys, though, and there's probably some beverages there.
There might be. I'm also curious about the name of your sheep.
Pablo.
Oh, we were so close.
And why do you have a sheep named Pablo?
My wife kidnapped it at the 4-H. We have a 4-H every year. My son's had lambs, and you're supposed to auction them off. And we have horses, and she fell in love with Pablo, and my river wasn't going to bring him home, so she made me come down there with a trailer, like a full horse trailer. And went in, and the people that directed the 4-H called her. They're like, you can't do that. You can't just come take lambs. Like, it's her lamb. It's been living at the house, like it was raised at our, little ranch.
It goes on full hikes with Ken. If you haven't followed his Instagram, watch his Instagram.
I'm looking at him right now. I could send you a picture.
It's his hunting lamb.
He's right there. Pablo's a demon. Lambs and sheep and goats and stuff, they're demons, dude. They're like Billy Goat's gruff and stuff. There's a reason they write those little, stories when you're a kid to try to scare you.
That's such a contrast to where we're sitting right now on the beach, watching the waves roll in with palm trees.
Jeez.
Perfect weather.
Yeah.
Perfect weather.
It's nice. It's nice here. It's actually nice. It's too nice.
So are you in a place where if you shouted I was on Shark Tank, it would be embarrassing again, or are you just in your car? Oh, bummer.
My neighbors are...
I say we make them do it.
All right, roll down your window and yell as loud as you can. I was on Shark Tank.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'll walk over to the horses. That's all that's it.
The only thing that could listen to you.
He's still going to get embarrassed.
No, I can't do it. No, because the electricians are here. They just showed up.
Come on,
Ken.
Wait. And I only met them like last night, and they're doing all.
They need to know that you were on Shark Tank.
No. Like, they'll be like, that dude is weird.
We just know you're being crazy, not weird. Just crazy.
Why make him wait to find out?
All right, I'll do it quick then. All right, ready? Hold on. I was on Shark Tank.
I'm going to drink a Dr. Pepper to that. Tallboy.
That's all I got.
Good work.
I did that on a plane, though, for you. That was much funnier.
That was the best.
By the way, we are re-airing on Shark Tank as a rerun tomorrow night. No, Friday. What day is it?
Do you guys know what episode number it was or anything, like season and episode? So if people want to look for it.
Season 4, episode 16, I think.
Season 4, episode 16. All right. If you guys want to find the FLATED guys, then look up season 4, episode 16. I'm sure they're streaming a gazillion different, Shark Tanks out there.
I watch Shark Tank more now than I used to. I used to not really watch it. I'd watch it occasionally. I thought it was cool.
Do you appreciate it more now? Like knowing what the process actually is?
You know what I'm constantly doing is seeing if they've ever changed their carpet. The carpet there, everyone will notice it now once I mention it. Look at the carpet. Like where you walk out on and everyone stands. It's the same carpet. They've used the same carpet from the beginning, I think. And like when you walk out on it, I looked at it, I was like, oh, probably use a new carpet.
Think of all the people who've walked on this carpet before.
Well, there's been a lot of success and a lot of licking their wounds on that carpet, that's for sure.
Just to correct that, it is season 14, episode 16.
Season 14, episode 16. We'll repeat that at the end.
I was going to
I got a 4
I was
in there.
thinking it's like
four seems early. Yeah.
All
right.
We were like original.
So Ken, do we get to keep you for a while, or are you in a hurry to go do electrician stuff?
Yeah, I'd love to chat.
All right. Well,
I don't ever get to talk to the boys. When I'm with the boys, we fight. I don't actually hang out with them that much.
do you butt heads like a billy goat, or?
It can. Yeah.
Sean's going to be our mediator.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to sit here and tell you guys to take deep breaths and, at some point hold hands and say what's on your mind, and we'll just
cheaper than an attorney, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, speaking of attorneys, I don't know how deep you guys can get into this, but you guys came out with an amazing product, and as with all amazing products, somebody overseas decides to take all of your hard work, your sweat, your blood, your tears, your R&D, and make their own that looks exactly like it or the exact same thing. I have noticed when I was doing some research with FLATED, I went, oh, that looks like that's not them. So can you
they say,
about it?
They always say when you start or you invent something that, imitation is the first form of flattery.
Yeah.
But it really does sting and hurt when you actually see it, when you know that you absolutely 100% conceived and invented something. We really can't speak or say any names on the exact scenario right now, but I will say that if you Google it, there is a federal lawsuit pending right now or in litigation. And we spent a lot of money on patents and to protect our design, and we're hoping that the court system and our expensive attorneys can see it through.
So what do you guys do next? As a company, do you wait for the lawsuit? Do you think there'll be an injunction? Do you just keep doing what you're doing and let that kind of simmer in the background and do its thing?
We're going to let the lawyers do their thing, and we're going to focus on our business and focus on being us. And if you've ever met any of us at an event, you can tell that we're authentic. Yeah. We are who we are. I live in Montana. Dan's here in San Diego. Ken's in the mountains in Colorado right now. And, that whole team, it all came from the surf and the action sports world. And we are who we are. We design these products for our use, and we test them, we use them, we go to the events ourselves. And but I will out Dan, because when we started this company, he did not even have a truck. He was driving a Subaru. So, but we are who we are.
Is that where the air carrier came from? The Subaru roots?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what?
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
When you first came on, you said, you're surfing it and you found this thing that's exactly the same. There is a couple of big differences between them. Ours is the original, patented, quality, made by us. The boys from Montana, Colorado. Unfortunately, I have to say California. I'd love to get damn business about that. When you deal with us, it's us. Many of our customers literally have our personal phone number. I talked to a guy the other day. Sorry, eating a granola bar.
I thought you were getting choked up over the story.
No,
it's actually choked up over a granola bar.
I just got done.
That is on brand for being in the mountains of Colorado, though. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, it was one of those peanut butter ones. Anyway, I was in Moab shooting photos out there and doing some testing for some other topper stuff that we're doing, and guy messaged us, hey, wanted some information, blah, blah, blah. My wife's going to order it. And then, too late, my wife ordered it. I just called him. He left his number. Hey, how's it going? And anyway, that's who we are. We designed this, patented it, worked on it. I used to go out, for a backstory, before we could show anybody this, 5 years ago, I would go out at night to Moab. I didn't prototype. Go to Moab so no one would see it, test it, go through it with Dan, go through it with Ryan, do revisions, blah, blah. So much went into what people think is just a simple, inflatable.
Well, you can look at the version you guys have today out right now and see the changes and the upgrades you've made from customer feedback from just 3 years ago on the original stuff.
And other stuff that we're doing. There's other stuff too, like Dan and I really brainstormed, and Ryan as well at SEMA, on some other things that we really think will make a big impression, especially in the overlander world, on looks and things like that. So, we're staying ahead of the curve, but to think of us as the same, if there's someone that's a consumer that's thinking, oh, these guys are the same, I promise you we're not. We're way better. We're the best. I stand on that. Our customer service, read about it. We don't just say it and then you call and you're like, yeah, I can't get a hold of anybody. Hannah, Joe, Ryan, myself, sometimes Dan will answer the phone. Maybe you'll get Monique, but like, it's us. And we take care of people. It's funny. I feel like we should almost change our warranty policy, where we tell them the warranty, and then on top of it, we go, and if anything ever happens, we'll just take care of it for you. And they're like, okay,
and we do.
And then, like, nothing happens, but they're like, okay, man, I've talked to these guys, like, we're going to take care of them. The other individuals, let's say, that are attempting to replicate us, they don't do that. I don't even think we can find them. They're like ghosts. So anyway,
I feel like we need to play some patriotic music while Ken says that, but here's...
I can't believe that if SEMA listens to this, you got a big show, Sean, a big
Hold on. There's a crowd. They're cheering for you right now.
It's just the truth.
Oh, they're standing up.
There's a guy in the back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know what? You can speak like that when it's the truth. I couldn't lie to you. There's a plane flying over my head.
One other thing to add to this is that going through this whole process, we learned that it's very expensive to hire attorneys and defend your patents.
Yeah.
So we are now focused solely let the attorneys do their thing. We're going to keep paying
that's
them.
the hard thing is you're out the money to sue them just to get back to copacetic, but that money never comes back, right?
Exactly.
You're lucky if they get a settlement or a payment, but that's not necessarily the case. There may just be they stop or they go out of business. It doesn't mean that all that money in attorney's fees is returned to you guys as a small business.
So on the business side, we are now focused, and we're gonna take this thing. You've seen it in the last 3 years, how much progress we've made and improvements, customer feedback that we've listened to, and we are just gonna rocket ship this. Yeah. We're gonna come up with so much better stuff, and just stay ahead of the game.
Well, in watching what you guys have done, so let's talk about your licensing program real quick, because that's been a huge kind of driver for you guys in terms of at least visibility and hopefully a lot of product, but showing up in manufacturer catalogs on some of their project vehicles or in places like dealerships where somebody's like, oh, what's that? Has probably been a pretty interesting journey for you guys.
It's been huge. And, like we talked earlier about being the new guys at SEMA 4 years ago, Dan and I went out to Detroit 3 years ago to meet the GM guys. And Dan and I are walking into this big GM facility, and we came from the surf industry, and we're walking into this room full of GM Detroit auto engineer guys, and they're looking at our stuff going, whoa, this is cool. And Corvette guy comes in, he's asking us questions. And so that's been huge. We had a few cool meetings yesterday that we can't talk about yet, but just the progress in getting to that dealership level. We are trying to get closer to that time of purchase of your truck to bundle that into the financing, and being officially in the Mopar catalog and 1,600 dealers across the country for Ram and Jeep, I think is going to be huge, and it's already starting to pay off. And a lot more in the works.
So let's get away from the topper for a second, because I think people know about it. We've talked about it. There's other product lines when we've alluded to them a little bit, but let's go through those right now, because there's a lot of cool stuff that isn't a truck topper that if somebody has a truck and loves your topper, but maybe he goes to a car show on the weekend, there's something for him. If there's, all of you guys go into it, but you're not just a truck topper company anymore.
That's right. I'll talk about one of them, which we thought was going to be our flagship product, was the air carrier that I talked about earlier. It's inflatable cargo carrier. So
but it's semi-rigid, which is what makes it super rad, is that there's shape to it. And it's not like, you get to some of those other manufacturers might have a canvas bag you zip a bunch of stuff into. And practically speaking, it's the same in the sense that, you can take it off, roll it up, and put it in the corner. But there's no structure to it, and it flaps in the wind, and it makes a bunch of noise. And if it's not totally full, there's it can be an issue with its shape and all that kind of stuff. You guys sort of solve that problem by having this semi-rigid deal that can come off your vehicle, and then you can put half of your stuff in it. It can be half, and you don't have any of those issues of the soft ones.
Yeah, everything we design is designed for toolless install, so you don't have to break out the drills, you don't have to break out the tools. So, like that rooftop cargo box, we see a lot of the plastic and composite ones driving around in cars 100% of the time because they're a pain to take off, and they're a pain to store. And it's funny because people don't know that unless they've owned one.
And then they either never go back, or they can't park in the garage anymore, or they can't go to parking structures, which we've proven with the FLATED product you can. But there's a lot of those drawbacks, and it's almost like a rooftop tent in a sense, right? Like it's up there, you're like, I just don't want to deal with it. And you could have that same functionality without all those drawbacks with your product.
Ask Ken how many days he's slept in the back of his truck this year.
It's been a lot.
How many were voluntary?
I mean, in the past, I've been on the road almost 8 weeks, so 2 months. My odometer's at 8,400 miles in that time. So, and I'd say out of the, whatever that is, 60 days, 45 of them were in the back of the truck somewhere. They're on the videos, on the YouTube videos. I did get a hotel though. When we went to Vegas, my snoring finally paid off, and I got my own room for the entire week. It was amazing.
Well, let's face it, you do need to have a shower every once in a while also.
Yeah, you know what I'm becoming a huge fan of as I've gotten older is campgrounds, like cool campgrounds. There's a lot of them, and they're super affordable. And even if you don't stay at them every night, I found this one, and it's in the last episode. It's in Panacea, Florida. Amazing place. It's like the town that the 60s forgot about, right on the coast. It's directly below Tallahassee. $50 a night. Unbelievable pool, the work showers right on the water. I mean, you could fish right off of it. It was beautiful. Hardly anyone there. Town was insanely cool. So, yeah, campgrounds. I like going rugged, but showers and stuff are pretty sweet.
Showers are pretty sweet after a certain amount of days.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, to continue what those guys are saying on the improvements, especially with Dan, is like, people did see it at, I was going to call it Outdoor Retailer, but at the SEMA show, kind of the new stuff and where we're going with the boxes. Like we're never satisfied with it. It's harsh to say that, but we're like the harshest on each other. Dan will tell you, I'll hammer him on shit for a long time, some of it for years. Right, Dan? And
eternity, it feels like.
Yeah, it's like it's not like we just look at it and go, okay, this is, awesome. You should buy it. We think it's awesome, but is it perfect? No. So, we get input from owners, from ourselves. We're using them. Hey, do this. This would be cool. And some of the stuff that you'll see pretty soon will reflect that in like the design, and even, it'll be an improvement. It's already awesome, but you'll be like, oh,
I lied. I said that we were going to go away from the topper, but there is a question I have because you brought it up. What's the difference between the current generation and the ones that you launched with? Because I know you did make improvements, and I'll see comments on Facebook or on social about it where people are like, oh, I wish they would have done this. Oh, the new one has it. Oh, I want to go get another one. So like, what are those improvements that somebody can expect from if
they could definitely tell you.
Yeah, is this a 3 hour?
Yeah, well, it always is. I mean, I'll chop it down to about 12 minutes, but we'll make it work.
Perfect. Essentially, like just listening to the customer feedback, we've addressed like any kind of issues with water intrusion. We put the rain skirt on, window issues. We've improved like the shape, the function, like everything in the process, and also fit. So we started with 4 different sizes, and now we have approximately like 18 different sizes for
which is
mid-size.
crazy.
Yeah,
you guys even have Maverick, and Maverick is a weird shaped bed. Like I've said this before on the podcast, I wanted to hate Maverick. I'm like, unibody truck sucks, and then you like drive it, and you're like, all right, this is pretty rad.
Dude,
but
the Maverick community came in hard on us. They were like,
I bet.
The forums were just like, we need a Maverick topper, and finally we're like,
and you're
okay.
like, no way, and then now it's like, yeah, and it's funny because the bed is shaped weird, so they don't have a lot of options. And having something that's semi-rigid that can conform a little bit to their odd-shaped, cargo area, It actually looks good on the Maverick too. I was like,
my uncle just bought a Maverick, and he lives in Moab. He drives up the dirt. You know, he's out in the wild, let's say, all the time with all of his rigs. Got a Maverick. He loves it.
yeah,
And I'm like, huh.
And I'd also like to correct you, Sean. You keep saying semi-rigid.
It's
really rigid.
well, to me, it's the difference between a fiberglass shell and a balloon.
You're insulting Dan's manhood right there.
You're insulting.
I'm not going to say anything about Dan being semi-rigid. Okay,
I mean, that was like
our toppers are very hard.
Yes.
yet soft
Really
to the
are. I
touch.
think that's one of the things that we do now that really, like, if you know, again at SEMA, we're starting now. We've always jumped up on the topper, you know, to show people.
Or rode through a river or a lake, I believe.
Or park your quad on top.
Now. We just leave them one on the ground now. You know, people will come around and they're like, "Oh, you know, I heard you could do this." We're like, "Jump up there."
Yeah,
We've
have
had
fun.
People dance on them. You know, they just stand on. They're like, "Holy shit, this is really that rigid." And we're like, "Yep."
Yep, you're good to go. Well,
Yeah.
and so you guys have the topper, and we haven't talked about the furniture very much. And like I said, that was one of those things where LA Auto Show, we had it in our booth last year for OVR. It's been at different shows and things like that. I think Mark Hahn has a set that he stole from you guys that he refuses to give back, and that ends up being like our work table. And we're literally on our laptops in our little workspace at LA Auto Show, and we're sitting on blow-up tables and chairs.
Well,
and everybody, there was a dude who was probably almost 380, came by, he goes, "I can't find a chair because all the camp chairs, they won't hold my weight, and the arm, because the armrests, they're not big enough for me." And it's like, "Have a seat." He goes, "That won't hold me." And the dude sat on, and he's like, "This is one of the most comfortable chairs I ever sat in because it doesn't have armrests." He had no issues with it. And I saw that over and over again as people want, like, here's millions, tens of millions of dollars in overlanding rigs. And they're like, "What's this inflatable chair here?"
We call it our
Phenomenon,
clickbait.
Yeah.
People love it.
They have
It's
to.
so crazy.
They have to stop and like the form and the function and everything. They just don't get it. Doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Until they actually sit in it and they're like, okay,
You also
I
have
get
to
it.
understand, Sean, that when we saw that for the first time, you know, we made our entire first booth at SEMA inflatable. That was the whole part. Hey, the inflatable guys are here. Made the floor inflatable, parked the trucks on it. Wow, inflatable. Well, we couldn't have normal furniture, right? It just wouldn't work. So Dan designed that all on his own, just and sent us I was like, "There's no way that's going to hold you," because when you look at it, it looks like a piece of art. And he's like, "Trust me."
They
And like
hated
a few
it
weeks
from the
later-
get go.
2 weeks later, he sends us pictures. You know, his kid sitting in this and that, like bound, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's so cool looking when you see it on video, and then you see it in real life." And the furniture is one of the only things that I've ever seen where people walk by, they touch it, they're like intrigued by it, and they have to sit down in it. They're just like so into it.
That's like one of those things where if you didn't have stanchions, or if you had stanchions up or do not touch or do not sit, people would ignore it and go immediately right past all that, right? You could have a security guard and be like, you know, sunglasses, big dude, arms crossed in front of it, and people would walk right by him to go sit on it and touch it.
We have other you know, businesses, like as an example, we went to the Overland event in Virginia, awesome event, brought a few extra couches. I think my neighbor's delivering hay right now. Nope, he's going by. We're good.
Totally not what my neighbor's doing right now.
He's going by. When he delivers hay, I got to get to work. But we put the couches out. We brought some extra ones, and we just sold out of the couches immediately by people that were camping, but by other booths, other vendors, you know, that were like, "We love these." And then they people that are next to them, you know, see it, and because people just want to sit in the chair. It's like, it's pretty ridiculous to watch. It's very cool.
Yeah,
The couch is my favorite, by the way.
Our other
couches.
Our other founder, Monique, who's our CFO, is a little bit mad at the three of us right now because of the furniture. We've given out some pretty good industry deals, and our product is at a lot of other brands' booths now, which is great. And then, going back to the
guerrilla marketing at its finest.
the weight capacity. We were at the New York Auto Show last year, and this guy walks up, and he's quite big, and he goes, "What's the record?" I said, "Somewhere around 380. He's like, "Well, you want to try well over 4?" And I was like, "Okay." And he and his buddy and I like lowered him down into it, and it crumbled it pretty good. And I was like, wait, give me a second. And he stands up, and I put 12 PSI in it. He sat back down. He was fine. He was like, I'm ordering a bed.
What do you usually run the PSI at?
You know, it's sort of, you can set your sit number. For me, I would probably set it at 5 or 6.
It's like a sleep number bed or something like that, right? Yeah. By the way, we have one. My wife is like 25 and I'm 100. And it's like, that's why we have one, because she likes this gooey, soft bed that makes your back turn into scoliosis or whatever. And I want like this rigid, hard thing, which, so anyway, I get the number reference
Yours
intimately.
is set to plywood?
Yeah, mine is
set to pillow.
I have scoliosis.
Well, that wasn't meant to trigger you.
Yeah. We don't have time for that now, kid.
That's because he sleeps in a 5-foot Tacoma bed.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe if you were curled up every night, you'd be fine.
In the fetal
John,
position.
that is the biggest heckle that people do to us. One of the two. Here's the top two that I get heckled online. Anytime they say a skateboard, they make a comment. That old dude doesn't skateboard. That's one of my favorites. The other one is my 5.5-foot bed Tacoma. Religiously, people will make comments on video. Ain't no way, you look like a big guy. You can't sleep in a 5.5-foot Tacoma.
It's only 5 foot, by the way, Ken.
5 foot. Yeah, you sleep at an angle. I can do it. I would love a 6-foot bed.
They make those, right?
I know, but I can, and I'm always alone. But anyway, it's just so comical that people
wonder why.
hammer that. Yeah, totally. Like, nobody wants to travel with me. But yeah, those are the ones. They get on you.
So let me ask you this: do you sleep on a deck? Do you have the flated deck product? Because you guys make an inflatable bed floor that essentially sits on top of the wheel wells and makes a completely flat load floor, which is cool because because it's inflated and it's up off the ground, you still put long things under it or shove things under it. Yet it's still tough enough where you can load up your bed however you want, and then you can use it as a mattress when you get to where you want to go.
You did. You nailed it.
That it? Did I hit all the
pretty
nailed
spot on.
Can we make a jingle about that?
Yeah, wait, give me about 15 minutes. Hey, listen, you already got your... Hey, Ken, you got to hear the jingle we made for you. Want to hear it?
I would love to.
All right.
Did you sing it?
So they were asking me about, the jingles I do for the podcast. I said, let's whip something up, and so here's what we got.
Dan and Ryan from FLATED, inventors of the inflatable truck topper, or in the pod shed for an awesome and riveting convo about business life and an old sheep who will remain unnamed.
Pablo.
We might even call Ken, who is either hunting or drinking because he's so crazy. So crazy. That's crazy, Ken.
That was Sean's idea.
I am flattered. I am humbled. That is, wow.
How cool is that?
I'm honored. A little awkward.
That is an awesome jingle.
I'm going to have to add, we'll redo it. We'll add, he also sleeps in a really short bed in a curve or something like that. Well,
he thinks it's 5.5 foot, but it's only 5 foot.
This is the truth about my life. Like, if you watch our Instagram videos, they're pretty accurate. We're just doing stuff on the fly. But if you come and see it, like at my house, Brian will verify it. Dan's never been here. It's just chaos all the time. Like, you just never know. Animals, horses, Pablo, dogs, whatever.
Where about in Colorado are you?
In Gypsum, right in the middle of the state. Yeah, by Glenwood.
Oh, nice.
But then also the freedom that, these guys allow me to go get the content, the ability to run down to Scottsdale to go, video a guy base jumping off the topper. Did you see that video? That was a fun one. Off a bridge illegally. Whoop, you there?
What? Illegally, huh?
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch some of the Ken's road shows. They're awesome.
And I believe that it's at FLATED on YouTube, right?
Though,
Yeah.
Yep, FLATED. But just on the, all the travel just gives opportunities to show what you can do. One of the things, not everyone lives in Southern California where Dan is and doesn't get that kind of environment. Not everyone lives where it snows, 6 months out of the year. So by getting out and really letting people see it in their environment and be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea for that. And then of course doing the redneck shit, going to Montana and putting a boat motor on it and making Ryan do it. That was, those are always good viral ones. That
Ken, just so you know, before you get off on a California tangent, we're sitting in Southern California at Sean's house.
He's just getting back for the scoliosis comment that I made.
Compliment California. I just traveled. You guys got to keep in mind the whole, how far I just drove, Dan, where I went.
Oh, yeah.
Southern California right now, I dig it. It's awesome. It's like one of the coolest places.
Remove the politics, the taxes, the business environment, and it is an amazing place to be.
And all the people.
And all the people.
It was just busy. You know where I loved, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for selling this area out, the Eastern Sierras.
Oh, Eastern Sierra is awesome.
Oh my God.
Like Bishop, Independence up through there?
For sure.
Amazing.
I've been to Kernville before,
Yeah.
but I went north up toward Bodie, far north. I went to Bodie Ghost Town.
Bodie's rad.
And that whole area, I could not believe how empty it is. Tell the boys, right, Sean? There's no one there.
No, it's great. And here's the beauty about California, and I know we talk about California pompousness on this show because that's where we're at, and people give us a hard time. But the reality is it's the only place where in wintertime you could go surfing in the morning, snowboarding in the afternoon because the mountains are so close. People don't realize that Southern California is ringed by mountains, and we can go do that. And then 2 hours away, I have access to the desert with a ton of ghost towns and history and mining and petroglyphs and all this crazy history when the missionaries came, when the natives were out there fighting, when the white man came, the Mojave Road, the old there's so much. And then if I drive 4 hours, I'm still not even out of the state. And that's going the width of the state. Not even, if you drive 10 hours, you're not even out of the state north. It's so massive.
Yeah, but that 2 hour drive could also be a 6 hour drive.
Yeah, that's true.
I did the southern route, Sean. I did that straight out of about 20 minutes south of Bodie.
Uh-huh.
You basically drive across southern Nevada.
Yeah.
Two-lane
like
road.
Pahrump and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
that's a great area. Yeah, I've explored all over that area. I love it up there. And there's a gazillion places. You get away from the coast, and all of a sudden the world's your oyster. There's a lot of BLM land here, and there's not that. You go east of the Mississippi, there isn't public land like that. There's so much to explore in California.
You'd have been proud of me.
Tell me.
I use my light bar.
For good or for evil?
For proper, man. I drove across fully at night, and that's the only mod to the Tacoma. Everyone makes fun of me, and I take that thing everywhere. The only thing, I put a black oak. I'll give them a shout out. I bought it on their website. Somebody told me it was the best. Put whatever it is, 12-inch dual light on the bumper. Bro, that thing lights up the highway at night on those back stretches where there's cows like daytime.
Hey, I gotta give you a props to your Colorado State Police, because when I was driving my new Wrangler home from Detroit, I was up in the canyon on 70, kind of around Glenwood, and there where all that construction is, and where it's 45 1 second and 55 the next, and 30 and then 70, and you're like, I don't know what speed to drive here.
That's all the time here, man. Colorado roads suck.
Dude, it was
so bad.
It was horrible. And of course,
70's a war zone.
And I'm driving my brand new Jeep, trying not to get rock chips and stuff. So they have a gazillion signs. There's radar, how fast you're going. This will be enforced. Double the fine zone. Orange. It's like the road was the same color as all the leaves on the trees as I was driving through, right? Yep. And I'm up on this truck, and the truckers are doing 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. And you're like, oh, now if I pass him, I'm way over. So I go around this trucker because I don't want to get sprayed with all the rocks from construction, and I'm going maybe 5 miles an hour faster than him. Not crazy, no hardcore, just enough to be respectable, in case I get spotted by the man. And this dude, it's right at dusk, and it's maybe it's just starting to get pretty dark. And this dude, I think it was an Infinity, just is on my butt. He's so bad I can't see him in my rearview mirror. I can see his lights illuminating the back of my car or my Jeep, and I'm like, dude, get off my ass.
Colorado drivers, man.
Dude, and he was on it, just on me. And so I have my 2 rear-facing Baja design lights, and I blasted him with it as a warning, get off. So I get to the front of the truck, and he pulls up next to me, turns his interior light on so you can see him, starts gesturing at me and stuff, and I'm like, whatever, dude, and rips around me. Within 5 seconds, I see the headlights of a Charger, and I'm like, no way. Colorado State Police goes right after him, pulls him over. I'm like, I've never had instant highway karma like that, but I was like, because I'm thinking, I hope he's not coming after me because I blasted him with my off-road lights, but hopefully it caught his attention. But no, that dude
We've got cool,
smoked.
man. Our troopers here, they're cool. They deal with a lot of man.
Yeah.
A lot of drugs get run down I-70. I mean, it's a major deal, going across.
I used to love I-70. It was so beautiful. And then you have the upper deck, the lower deck. You're going through where the rivers, the canyon. You've got Eisenhower. I mean, it's beautiful. But right now, war zone is the best way to describe it because it is gnarly.
It's so gnarly. My son races dirt bikes. He goes down to Denver pulling the trailer. I'm like, bro, be careful. Like, there's just it's anybody that's driven I-70 is nodding their head right now.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And the other thing, before you get any hate mail on me for making fun of Colorado drivers, I'll take it a step further. People in my county, I'll specifically call it out, and everyone knows this. Eagle County, Colorado, Vail, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Eagle, Gypsum. Dude, talk about the most entitled drivers. I mean, people rip around here, and the problem, oh my God, it's nuts. It's nuts. Like, so, yeah. I drive slow, man.
You know what? It's funny. Like when I was a kid, I was, hustling everywhere. I'm like 5 miles over the speed limit. That's it. Throw cruise control on. I just cruise. I don't care.
Yeah, you should try driving around LA with this dude.
I drive fast.
Dan drives. We won't even let him logo his truck with FLATED because
that's probably smart.
That's bad advertising.
My wife, the first time we went out on a date, she had an Audi A5, and she's like, "Hey, and I'm like, we're both feeling it, right?" She's like, "Hey, let's go." Drive over here. We'll go hang out and we'll walk around the park and stuff. Oh, okay. So I get in a car with the pretty but stranger essentially, and I'm thinking stranger danger. And she gets in, starts her car, and she locks the door. And I'm thinking, okay, all right.
I'm committed.
And now, it's like I'm being kidnapped. She drove for like 20 minutes, like a bat out of hell, right? Like crazy. And at the end, she's like, because she knew I was an automotive journalist, she's like, "See, I'm a good driver." And I'm like, "You're a fast driver?" And she's like, yeah, I'm a good driver. I'm like, "You're a fast driver?" My wife, she'll hate me for saying this, but I tell people this all the time. When she had her old car, she had a Jeep Cherokee. Like, she always pulls in the driveway hot, right? And I'm like, dude, like, it's our neighborhood. We live in the middle of the street. Like, slow it down. I'm not driving fast. And I'm like, seriously? I was, and I'm like, I can hear you pull. No, that's not. That was somebody else. So then when she got her hybrid on EV mode, the tires would chirp when she would pull in. And I'm like, okay, come on. Like, your tires chirp when you come in hot. Yeah, I'm like, that's you, okay? So anyway, she, although she's not as bad as her sister, because I thought she was next level, and then her sister's like
I'm just so glad that Ryan called Dan out, because it's so true.
Ken, I had to drive all over LA with him yesterday, and I had my hand on the handle the whole time.
He grabbed the handle about 30 times yesterday.
He drives like such a dick. He really does.
Yeah, but in all fairness, you do have to have a certain level of defensive driving in California, so I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have you looked out your window and seen Dan's truck?
No, it went by too fast. It was just like a black blur. I didn't actually see anything.
Dan's truck now, like Dan went from being
here we go.
SoCal nerd.
You opened up the we can say anything about each other.
Driving a Subaru.
This is where the mediation comes in.
Yeah.
No, step in, would
real.
you? Tell him to shut the hell up.
No, this is fact. Like, didn't even have a truck. Like, literally, he e-bikes and has a Subaru.
One wheel. Don't forget the one wheel, Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds like we're on a game show.
He gets a Chevy, he gets a Colorado, and little upgrades. I see it at SEMA. It's like a SEMA build. Like, Dan's
it's awesome.
Everyone
got AV wheels on it. It's gorgeous. It looks great.
I actually,
our friends from Peak really did a great job on that thing.
Nick's a solid dude.
Yeah, he is.
No, Nick.
Listen.
By the way, real quick, Ken, I'm going to pause you because we just brought up Nick Somas, who's the other alleged Dr. Pepper fiend.
He is. I can verify that.
We did a taste test in the pod shed like a few months ago where my daughter brought us red Solo cups, and we had every flavor of Dr. Pepper plus that probiotic crap plus what do we cane sugar Dr. Pepper from a glass bottle. I think we had 10 different versions, right? And then a couple ringers. And Nick and I went cup for cup. I won. I got 100% right.
Nice.
So I will always tell Nick.
How many did he miss?
I think he missed 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it coming on?
100% though.
Yeah, and it's
are
on the podcast.
King of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, absolutely. So I maintain my reign, my title. I love Nick.
Congrats.
I will say when I was laid up in the hospital, he and Kim sent me some Dr. Pepper slippers. So I had those when I was in recovery.
When he was doing the build on my Colorado, he had a 12-pack of the Dr. Pepper vanilla or something like that. And he's like, I don't like that stuff. You can take it if you want to.
So it's one of those things where we both agree that Dr. Pepper is perfect as is. And so that's why I want to get all the flavors, because it's like, I think that ruins it. You know, I'm like, nah, it's just not as good as the original. So
Quit your gibberish and covering up for Dan. Dan, I gotta tell you.
Oh, here we go again.
No, listen,
Nice try. Thanks, mediator.
I left my house. This is no joke. I left my house at 4:00 this morning to go hunting up past Piney up there. The road is just beat to tar, and I'm in my stock Tacoma, and I literally thought of you. I was like,
well, maybe it's a good time for me to mention
Dan
that
could do
parents
60
with
miles
small
per
children
hour on
listening
this.
Might want to be aware that this particular talk is intended
quiet.
for a more mature
Quit, Sean.
audience.
do not embrace this.
Oh man! See, you're not here, so you're just at the mercy of us.
Yeah. Sean's on it. Hell of a mediator.
I'm quitting.
Oh, all right, one last one.
I want my
Ken got gonged. All right, so what's next for you guys? Where are we going? I mean, you guys have been on the gas for the last 3-4 years, but
we're not letting off.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the lineup, we were talking about all the different fitments you have. You also have low roof, high roof, even on Maverick and Ridgeline, and some of the maybe less popular pickup trucks. There's something for everybody on here. You guys haven't left it enough.
What's been interesting lately is we've just been getting some organic fleet business. And it's not full-time fleet, it's more seasonal fleet for weather and cover and truck bed for fall, winter, leaf, snow, rain. And so we are coming out with a windowless fleet version. We have gone to a couple of fleet shows. We actually had a municipal police force in Louisiana buy a couple for hurricane season down in the southeast in case they had to use it as a raft during floods. So we're excited about that. We're expanding internationally. Have distributors in Argentina, New Zealand, just about to go into Australia, some stuff in Europe, and that's just wild because then we have to have fitment for a bunch of trucks that we've never even seen. So that's a big hard challenge for Dan to design around, basically CADs sent over from other countries.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it, and if you guys go to FLATED.com, you can see all the different products, and then you guys also have, I guess, would be like the accessory products. So you have the battery pump, electric pump. You've got the cleaners and the UV guard, soft rack. So there's a ton of stuff that goes with the product, so that you don't even have to go third party to use it. Like everything you need. Especially talking about no tools, and then here's the pumps and all that. Everything is within your ecosystem.
Yeah, we're gonna expand on that as well this year, or 2026, I should say. We'll have some new accessories coming out to aid you in truck camping or doing all kinds of different things. So there is a bunch of new stuff in the pipeline. So make sure and check it out. It will be launching soon.
It is coming, Sean. We got some cool stuff.
Well, I'm going to keep tabs on you, obviously, on the FLATED website, so FLATED.com. But again, you guys are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, X, YouTube. But because you have such a unique name, it's FLATED across the board, which is pretty rad. Because some people are like, get FLATED. FLATED your ride, FLATED this, right? But no, you guys, it's easy. It's FLATED.
Well, when we launched, we were getflated.com, and then about 6 months in, we actually threw down to pay for flated.com to make it a little bit.
It wasn't cheap.
Yeah, I bet. Well, it's
Sean,
probably cheaper than lawyers.
I wanted to say on our behalf, and I'm sure all your listeners, I say viewers, we're so glad you're okay, dude, and
Thank
your
you.
family.
Yes, for sure.
And that you're back at it. Like I can hear it in your voice.
I'm lucky and blessed.
You're on it.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I wake up every morning and I say thank you and figure out what nice thing I can do for somebody else, and try and pay that back every day. But yeah, feeling pretty good, and my voice is back. And some of my friends will say, unfortunately, but sorry. And then
Especially your wife.
Well, my wife's okay. I mean, I think she's happy I'm alive. I'm pretty sure. And then I've got my friends are like, either they're like, damn, you look good. And I'm like, man, how bad did I look? Or my real friends are like, you're as ugly as you were before. I'm like, listen, I didn't have the good insurance. I just had the Humpty Dumpty, put them back together. I didn't have the Adonis package. So I'm just happy, I'm close to what I was before. So
Can you tell us what your manly task was this morning over at the school?
I can reveal that. So you guys hit me up and said, hey, we're going to be in SoCal. Can we do some pod? I said, yeah, absolutely. And you said, how about Wednesday? I said, well, I can fit you in. I got a window here. Okay. So I knew you guys were going to be here at this time. And my wife yesterday said, hey, can you volunteer at the classroom? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good till this time. Great. That's when they need you. Perfect. So I show up in my daughter's second grade classroom, and whoever's a teacher, my wife was a teacher. She's a superintendent now. I thought about being a teacher at some point. I thought it'd be cool. I love teaching people. I was sitting in that second grade class, and I'm like, nope, not this grade. And it's crazy. Like, there is a place in heaven for all you second grade teachers, because that is not easy to manage. But my task today was to take watercolor pictures that they painted for a memorial for later in the season, and put their name on a little tag, and then put that on a cardstock backing. So I got to glue them on that. And then I had to take the pumpkins off the wall and put the turkeys up on the wall. And so
that's awesome.
That's important work.
No, we appreciate teachers as well. And a little plug here, but we actually have a teacher discount on our site. Everybody has a military, first responder discount. We added teachers on there because, they're not paid enough to deal with all of our kids.
I think all of us have kids, and all the founders.
Well, that's the thing is like, when you get to be adulting and you realize you have to do adult stuff, you have to hand your kids off to another human during the day.
Yeah.
And then when they don't have school, or it's a holiday, and you're like, oh, they're with me all day. Oh, this is hard, right? So you
remember pandemic?
Yeah. So
I think I was hard to have as being a parent. Like, I think I was a hard parent when my kids, because like with their teachers, I think they were nervous around me, but I was the kind of that thought, hey man, if you crack him with a wooden spoon, there's probably a reason. He probably deserved it. Like,
did you sign the waiver so they could beat your kid? Or
I don't do that. I've never laid a finger on him. But if teacher popped him, I went to a Catholic school. Yep. Sister Mary, man, she would pop you.
Oh, I had Sister Maria, and Sister Maria, she's got to be in her 80s now. We have a big mass on Friday for our presentation sisters who started the school 60 years ago, I think.
Wow.
And so they're all retired, but I swear she looks exactly the same today as she did when she was my 8th grade teacher. Old Irish lady. She's awesome. We call her the mayor because she knows everybody, because she's at the school for like 30 years.
Do you know when we got smacked with that wooden spoon? when we deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guarantee you. I feel like there needs to be more of that these days.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, I'm not condoning that. Don't write in. But God bless. Sister Mary.
If you guys want to send any comments, Holman at Truck Show Podcast, and I will be sure to forward them to the FLATED guys. Thanks. Anything else, Ken?
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate everybody. I mean, it's just been so overwhelming. You literally are catching us at a moment that I'm home for the first time in 2 months. The boys have been traveling nonstop. We've been rendezvousing at events, meeting people, networking, getting picked up by major car manufacturers, coming out with new designs. I mean, it's just been
How's it feel to be the prettiest girl at the dance?
Oh, dude, not even. We could be pretty. You know what's funny? If you're like with our product, it could be prettier. Like I asked Dad, he already knows. I'm like,
this is just going to get edited, so don't even bother, Ken.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about making them prettier, Dan.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this
time. But it's always the goal, man. Just make awesome stuff.
Well,
make it easy.
I'm glad that we connected when you guys started the business. It's been fun to watch your trajectory and everything. And again, if you guys are looking for a really functional product that's stowable so that you don't lose your truck's functionality, FLATED.com, lightweight and portable, rigid inflation, compact storage, toolless install, waterproof construction, durable, all the things that you need in either a deck, a topper, a cargo carrier. So especially, I love the cargo carrier. I mean, for all the reasons we talked about, But head on over to FLATED.com. Support these guys, small business, and we love entrepreneurial stories and small business owners, and we like to support them. And we appreciate you guys coming down to the Pod Shed.
Thanks, Sean.
Also, we're HOA friendly for all the neighborhoods around here.
And Sean, you are trainable. That's awesome because you didn't say semi-rigid this time.
Hey, listen, I
went through it.
Listen, yeah, I did.
A+.
I did. All right, well, we will hopefully catch up with you soon, and thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, man, I love hanging out with those guys, especially because they brought me cheddar jalapeno meat and tall cans of Dr. Pepper. So they are welcome back anytime. It was so much fun to have them in studio and really just have a great conversation. So I'd like to thank Ryan and Dan and Ken and even Pablo the Sheep for making this a great episode. And as a reminder, FLATED is offering TSP listeners 15% off products bought on FLATED.com. So hurry up and go get yourself some killer FLATED gear and use the code TruckShow2025 on checkout. Also be posting this on truckshowpodcast.com under the featured products tab. And again, great to have those guys in studio. Thanks to the team over at FLATED. Thanks for the great time. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Truck Show Podcast. Hope you had a good time like I did. Don't forget to follow us on social at Truck Show Podcast.
The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show, oh, oh.
Come be part of the show. Leave us a message on the 5-star hotline, 657-205-6105. Of course, you can always give us your feedback. Email me or the show at truckshowpodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to get your Truck Show Podcast fix in between episodes, then head over to Facebook and join the Facebook group, the Pod Shed Insiders, where you'll get to know about 500 of the most loyal Truck Show Podcast fans, and we talk about the show and get some info there first before anything else. I, for one, cannot wait to get my FLATED topper installed on the Gladiator that's in my driveway, so look for some social coming out on that. That's going to be good. And before we go, I want to thank our sponsors. So AMSOIL.com. If you love your vehicles the way we do, you want the best synthetics, best oil change kits, all the stuff you can buy online, use the code Holman2025 before December 31st and get yourself a free UTV box set. Also, awesome knives at a great price can be found at kershaw.kaiusa.com, and when you use our code at checkout, get 40% off MSRP. To TSP2025 and OVRMag.com if you want a subscription. At Truck Show Podcast is your code for a year of digital subscriptions for free, or I guess it would be a year access to our digital library and a discount on print subscriptions. And on that note, I'm out of here. So thanks for joining, and let's do it again soon.
The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Holman and Jay Tillis, hosted by Sean Holman, and uses production elements by DJ Omar Khan and Jay Tillis. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and leave us a 5-star review. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to support the show than by sharing it and patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.
Come here, dogs. Sorry, guys. Come here. Ellie, come here. Sorry. The electricians. Come on, Ellie. Hold on. Seriously, sorry. Sorry, guys. She won't bite you, I don't think. Just yell at her.
I don't think.
All right, yeah, she can hang with you then. Thanks, man. Dude, this is how we talk. This is nonstop.
I love it.